What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be jumping into everything you need to know about Madden 23 Ultimate Team right now. This is going to be the channel you need to be at. Well, at is not the correct grammar, and I know my English teacher will be upset. This is where you should be to get all that info throughout the year for Madden 23 Ultimate Team. Shout out to RG and the Mutt team for putting out the early content. I had to put together the best possible video for everyone, not only the regular viewers, but for some of the newcomers that may be coming to the channel that's trying to figure out, what is going on with Ultimate Team? So we're starting off with this really quickly, the rookie premiere situation, right? So the reason that I went so crazy about the 15 tokens is because it gives us a lot of different options at launch to utilize them in different ways. Now, the auctionable rookie premieres, the limit is 3. Okay, so it's 5 tokens, and obviously you have 15, and the value is going to be a lot because a lot of the cards that were revealed yesterday, they have very, very high overall ratings. If you didn't see all of the the reveals, just check out at EASports_Mutt. The whole thing is there. It doesn't make any sense to really go through all of them. I have a few of them I'm going to show you today in this video that we are going to be interested in at launch, but we're not going to be interested in all of them. But if you have a favorite team and you're building that theme team, you will be excited to know that every team obviously has a rookie premiere to start the year. Now, the NCAT players, you can mix and match and get up to 5 of this in different ways. You can get, a few NCAT players, a couple auctionable. What we discussed was the fact that some of the O-linemen are going to get tier 2 abilities at rookie premiere status, that post-up may be useful for you, and those players may last you if you get the NCATs as linemen. And then go ahead and invest in other things, because your O-line is going to be very important, because the pass rush in this game from the beta is ridiculous. So I would definitely encourage you guys to get the best possible offensive line. All right, but this is just the information that I wanted you guys to see before we get into the players, because this is very, very important how you're going to mix and match it, because once they fix everybody's 15 token on, I believe, July 22nd, we're going to be eligible to have 15 and use them how we wish. You see what I'm saying? How we're going to want to go about doing it. The max is 5 players, like I said, but I'm not a fan of the NCAT player, so that's just something that, that's my pet peeve. But I will let you guys know as we get closer what the move's going to be. But more than likely, I'll take the value of all the auctionable and make Mutt coins early, and then I'll worry about the other things later. All right, so that's the first step of the video. Let's go ahead and jump into the next segment. And guys, you guys can feel free to go ahead, like, share, subscribe while the video is going on. Definitely appreciate it. The ones that I'm going to be pointing out today about, what was revealed are the cards that are the most important to me. All right? If there's a card that's important to you, like maybe like one of the rookie premieres, that's fine. But I don't want that to be the focus of what we're doing, because we're building the best possible team regardless of theme team. Because remember, a month ago when we came up with the idea of Dolphins theme team, we were just looking for the speed of Tyreek Hill and Waddle, right? We're not really trying to put together all these different ways. We're trying to win day one. So right now it still looks like the Dolphins are the go-to squad for day one in Madden, but there are other players that I'm going to show you now that we can otherwise utilize. So Isaiah Simmons, I don't like the speed. The speed aggravates me. I get upset when I look at it. I want to throw up. 83 speed, he is 6'4", middle linebacker, easier user if you're going to be running that 3-4, 4-3-D. It looks like we're going to have to go away from him, though, and maybe run nickel and dime coverages to get linebackers in those positions, because I don't like this unless we go with some of the cards I'm going to show you a little bit later in the video. But he's going to be a no for me unless I decide to actually run that 3-4, 4-3. But I got to let you guys know when we get around that launch time date what we're going to actually be doing. So his card is not as exciting. He's one of those elites that come at one of the pre-orders that you can choose. But again, I'm not overly excited about it, and I don't think you should be either, unless it turns out that we have to use him. You see what I'm saying? If we have to, based on his height, use him, then we will. But otherwise, no. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be going through with that situation. Next up is Micah Parsons, and we have all the other cards coming after. You're going to be able to choose from one of the 487 elites with the all Madden purchase. If you've done that, you would have to pre-order it before July 22nd to get these players. I love the speed. And before we get into the whole Cowboys thing, I don't think I'm going Cowboys theme team. So I don't know if this is going to work for me unless I keep them at the base 86 speed. and just run around with him if I do choose to use the 4-3 or the 3-4 defenses. Otherwise, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him because they made him a pass coverage dude when the dude had a decent amount of sacks. He should have had edge rusher type abilities built in. I don't know why he's getting lurker. That kind of puts like a snag in my game because I wanted to have him super fast off the edge regardless of the defense that I played. But that lurker is like, do we want to run around with him? He like 6'3", like, is he going to work? I don't think he'll work for our scheme, but it's something that we could look at. And we could, analyze it, see what we could do with it. But I don't know if I'll be utilizing him in that fashion. Maybe, we could, but we might have to end up going with the next guy. Well, not this guy. The guy after this guy, I believe. I guess, Kam Chancellor. But Cooper Kupp with that slot apprentice, that's going to be huge at launch. I know guys look at the speed and like, oh my God, he's so slow. When you're able to change his routes at launch, you remember who was the other guy that they had? They had another guy, that Patriot dude from last year. The dude that dropped the pass in the Super Bowl that cost Tom Brady the Super Bowl. I forgot the dude's name now. The little short guy. He was one of the guys that got slot apprentice. I know one of you guys going to write it in the comments. At the beginning of 22, he was one of those guys that everybody had because he got slot apprentice. It's very important to have these kind of glitchy abilities early on because it definitely, it makes it so much easier for you to manipulate a defense. Because putting him on a post, a crosser, all that stuff, it can be very, very bad for a defense early on. And usually, they don't have it that early in the game, other than the fact that they gave us the option last year with the other dude, and now Cooper Kupp has it. It's gonna be it's a game changer. But is it enough for us to use our 87 from the All Madden pre-order? I'm not sure about that. Now, this is where it gets interesting because he gets Enforcer. Does that mean that they're gonna allow dudes to get hit stick? I don't know. A lot of you dudes are like, I don't know, bro. I don't know about EA because they don't be letting dudes hit stick and no fumbles. You guys are right. I'm not going to argue with you guys about it. All right? But if it turns out we got to user him, we got to user him. Dude, there's nothing else we can do about it. Launch day is very, very important with team building aspects of the game. And we just have to put ourselves in the best possible situation to win games. If it turns out that this guy, notice how I said guy, no Shannon Sharp. If this guy is the right guy, we got to use him. And that's it. Dude, end the story. Get some strat cards, make him 87 speed, voila, running around with him with a user, smashing dudes up with Enforcer. That's probably going to be the game plan. I don't know what to tell you guys. We have to wait to see the feel of the game at launch. Everything we did in the beta is a fantasy right now. It's no guarantee that's even going to be a part of the game, bro. That's how weird this game is. So we have to focus on what we can control. If it turns out, I'm going to play some challenges as soon as I get the game. If I feel that the game is more based on running a nickel, nickel dime, stuff like that, and I can feel it really quickly. I haven't been wrong in over a decade about what the meta of the game is going to be just based on the feel. So if it looks like we need to get a safety as a user, we might have to get, we have to get Kam Chancellor because you're going to get a fantasy pack. You don't need to open and choose from it right away when you get it. You can figure out what's going on. So that may be an option. All right, so just keep that in mind as we go forward that these things can, we can change it. The only thing that we're kind of leaning towards 100% is that we're probably going to go to the Miami theme team 25 of 50. So moving right along, Barry Sanders. Is the run game important? Is the run game super important at launch? Based on the beta, passing was still easy to me. So I don't know if I want to invest in a running back with evasive unless he really moves and does stuff and we could have an OP running game. Because it could easily change like that, and we go Madden 20 status and just start running the ball like idiots. It's like, just keep in mind, guys, you do not have to select the player right away. Leave the pack closed, play a challenge with some other running backs, see what's going on, because Barry's going to be super fast at launch, so that you'll have an idea. And another thing, he's a Lion. There's not a lot of dudes that come out with Lion theme teams. So he's going to be sitting around at 86 speed forever. He's not going to get no other boost or, team things. At least, there's other cards that come out that have theme teams with it where it's like, all right, I can add some more speed to it. Other than that, it's a no-go for me, bro, with Barry Sanders. But again, if it turns out to be more of a run-based type game, we could probably take a look at Barry Sanders. All right, moving right along, Montez Sweat. I know, he's an 80 speed. But guess what? He's 6'6". And guess what? you put him in at D tackle, he's probably going to do something because he has the size and the weight. They can't make his size and weight be trampled and thrown to the ground easily like other players. They just can't. So he may be somebody we got to look at. That's why I'm pointing him out to you. All right? I want you guys to understand. I look at it, I'm like, all right, overall, he's kind of slow, whatever. But he does stuff at D tackle, yo, that you just would not believe. From those of you guys that played this year, you guys know what I'm talking about. He's just big. His body is big, and like the way that they build him in the game, you can't just move him. So I'm not obviously not an edge rusher because he's too slow, but put him someplace with that kind of speed early, and it may deliver some good stuff. All right, this guy is one of my guys. He's one of my corners at launch. I don't care what anybody says. He's one of my corners at launch, and that's it. Point blank. Period. End of story. He's one of my corners at the start. And with strat cards with the speed, 88 speed, 88 zone. I did say I may contemplate going Bills. It's highly likely, bro, that we may end up looking at the Bills team. They got a lot of good players. And one of the Bills fans that were in the chat earlier gave some names out. I got to look at it and analyze it a little bit more. But even without the Bills team making them a 90 speed and a 90 zone, 88 and 88 is pretty good at launch. So he's more than likely going to be one of my guys that I get. I think he's going to be one of the top guys. And when he's auctionable, he's going to be going for a lot of coins. Just so you guys are aware of that. Moving right along. Chandel. Why do I call him Chandel? I mixed up the Channing with the Tyndall. Channing. This is what's making me go crazy, bro. If we go 25, right, of Dolphins, we would have an 87 speed gap as a user. Because that's all it could be. His zone coverage is garbage. His hit power is all right. Block shed is garbage. He's a really trash card other than being able to user him. This is important that you guys see this. If we choose to go Dolphins, it's looking more and more likely that we're going to be like pretty much all set with the cards that are coming out for them. So this is like, these are the cards that I really wanted you guys to focus on, because this is super crazy that like we predicted it. Like when I said it and you guys agreed with me like a month ago, like it was like June 20th or something. I forgot what it was, like sometime in June. I said it and like all of you guys agreed. The Dolphins at launch are going to be outrageous. Now everybody is buzzing about it and they're talking about it, whatever. But we were talking about this since last month. And it just keeps getting more and more like, yo, we were correct. So, you know, we're going to have to go ahead and see how it works out. But that's everything that I have for you guys right now. Also, before I let you guys go, tier 1 abilities are all free with the exception of some old linemen this year. And they've reduced the training amount needed for X Factors from 500 to 100. So that video I gave you about a week ago when they were lessening training for abilities and stuff like that, we guessed right here at GmiasWorld. I'm not going to pat myself on the back. I'm going to let you guys do that. Those are just some of the other notes I wanted to add on before I let you guys go. But as they continue to give us more information, right here, I will help you guys build your team efficiently and the best possible way before you go out on the gridiron. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. You have a blessed day. Until next time, one love, y'all.